Hi, and welcome to my review of the Sweet Evil series by Wendy Higgins. I just wanted to do a quick review since Sweet Reckoning, the last book, came out at the end of April and I read it this month. And I don't really hear a lot about the series. I know that Kassidy from Kassidy reads it. She's actually where I heard about it. So I just thought I would do a quick little review. So the series is Sweet Evil, Sweet Peril, and Sweet Reckoning, like I said, just came out in April. And it's a series about demons and angels, and basically, and it's about Nephilim. And the Nephilim are children of demons, and these demons basically embody certain sins. So substance abuse, lust, gluttony, adultery, those things. And the demons on Earth, they try to perpetuate those sins on Earth, and then their children, the Nephilim, they want them to do that as well. And the main character, Anna, doesn't know that she is one of these, but in Sweet Evil she finds out. And then she meets some other Nephilim, mainly Kaiden? Yes. Not Kaiden. Kaiden, I'm pretty sure. And he is the son of lust, and so that's the Roma. She is brought into this world that she doesn't really know anything about, and you're brought in with her, and she has to work as a Nephilim trying to perpetuate her father's sin, but she's torn because she's a good girl and she doesn't necessarily want to do all of these things. And so basically it's her struggle with, is she going to be good or is she going to be bad? And then there's a prophecy that comes into play as well, plus she's dealing with her attractions to this bad boy guy. It's a really interesting series. I think it's a little different on the in the world of paranormal, where it actually addresses God. You don't see a lot of God being addressed in paranormal, especially when angels and demons are present. They talk about angels and they talk about demons, but they just avoid the concept of God, which is completely understandable, but it was interesting to see somebody not shy away from that. It's also a little weird because it's a highly hormonal book, or series, for sure. I mean, you're dealing with teenagers and then you have somebody who's the child of lust. Of course it's hormonal. But it's weird because the whole time Anna is a Christian girl who is dealing with those things as well, with her beliefs in God and how she should treat her body and what those things mean in reference to guys and stuff. And that was just really interesting for me personally to read. And especially the first two books, I don't think it's too much. I think if you're not religious, you wouldn't be offended or anything. In Sweet Reckoning, it does get a little heavier, but it makes sense within the context of the story. So I wouldn't let that scare you away. And the stories are told from Anna's perspective, but I really like her. She never is annoying to me. She struggles with a lot of things, but in a really real, kind of mature way considering her age. The books also cover a huge, relatively huge, span of time, years of time, which is so interesting because you get to see so many of the characters grow in the context of the story, and also just grow. I mean, as you get older, as you experience things, you're going to grow, you're going to change, and so you really get to see that instead of it just taking place over a few weeks or a couple of months like some other series do. And the characters are fun and interesting. You have Anna, and she's cool, and Kaiden, but you also have the other Nephilim, and they're just as entertaining, and you get just as attached to their stories as you do to Anna's. And I think that the series ends very, very well. It has the perfect blend of sadness that you need, but all for a high stakes series, not just some contemporary. You need some loss if you're going to be dealing with subject matter like this, but it also has a great happiness, and I thought the epilogue was amazing. That's the kind of epilogue I want out of more young adult books personally. So I would highly recommend it if you like paranormal or if you like angels and demons. Don't be turned off by the religious aspect of it, because it is a really good, interesting series, and I just feel it doesn't get talked about enough. So I just thought I would do this quickie review to let people know a little bit about it, And I will also link Kassidy's video. She did a video on the first 2 books, I believe. So she's so much better at reviewing books than I am. So I will just link her video below if you want to check that out. But if you've read the books before, let me know what you thought, good or bad. Or if you've read anything like it, let me know, because I did really enjoy it. So I'd kind of like to read something else kind of like these characters. Oh, and then the other thing is is it Origin? I don't know. In one of the Lux books by Jennifer Armentrout, they, Katie and Damon have to like take alternate names, and they take the names Anna and Kaiden. Thanks for watching. Bye!